Here you go, guys, our first sighting of camels. We're only just probably 15 minutes south of Kings Canyon on our way down to Curtin Springs, and they are fenced in. I don't know if they're wild ones. They're obviously belong to someone. They probably go on the camel races down in Birdsville. It's probably they're his racing camels. Anyway, there's about a dozen of them there. Big fellas. He's a big fella over there. There you go. Originally brought out to Australia by the Afghanis back in the 1800s, I believe, guys. Don't quote me on that, I think I'm right. There you go, fellas. Right, folks, only about 40 kilometres down the road from Kings Canyon Resort, where we stayed the last couple of nights, is Kings Creek Station. Now, this could be an alternative. If you can't get into Kings Canyon Resort, you can get another 40k down the road, and you might be able to Kings Creek and stay here. There's camel rides, there's a coffee. We just popped in for a coffee. You can do helicopter flights here. I presume the helicopter flights will go up over Kings Canyon. Might cost a little bit more being a little bit further away, but we'll go and check those camels out. You can do camel rides if you've got the kids and that. So it sounds like there's plenty to do and see here. There's the camels for the camel rides, guys. Brown ones and dark ones and white ones, all different colours. Our resident donkey there. They said though, wild camels and donkeys all around Central Australia, but I haven't seen any yet. I'm sure they're there. Right, Kings Creek Station, little souvenir shop there. Toilets over there. They got fuel here, which is cheaper than Kings Canyon, guys. Couldn't be any dearer, $2.19 there. I'll check out what this is, but yeah, fuel here. Little shop, you can get a coffee, which we'll do in a minute, and there's tents and all that over through there, so you can camp here. So if Kings Canyon's booked out, which it sometimes does, this looks like a good alternative, and it's still striking distance to drive up and do the Kings Canyon walk. Right, there's the little Kings Creek Station coffee shop, cafe. You can get burgers and chips and all that in there, guys. Helicopter flights here, 30-minute flight, $275, and that looks like it does all the Kings Canyon and a lot of other things and that, so it doesn't sound much, but 30 minutes up in a chopper gets you a fair bit. And just a local station flight, you can, if you just want to take the kids up in a helicopter, you can do a little $60 one. It's a little 5-minute flight. But anyway, this is a nice little place, eh? Nice place to pull off and bloody relax and refuel if you need to, and grab a coffee. Give you a little look inside, eh? It's quite a nice little shop inside. So you get burgers and coffees and all that. Very nice. That's where helicopter, just too slow getting the camera out, guys. A helicopter just come in and landed. That's obviously where you do your joy flights. A little Robinson 44 or whatever. I think it's the same type of helicopter Roz and I flew to Nagi Island in when we were in staying at Punsan Bay up in Cape York. We did a big flight up to Nagi Island, which is Roz's mum's island, about 50 kilometres off the tip of Queensland, and we did it in one of those. No doors on either, we were bouncing around a bit. Anyway, let's get back on the highway. Alright guys, we're at the intersection of the Lassiter Highway, so not far to Curtin Springs now, where we're going to be staying for the night, and we should get a good view of Mount Connor. But what we're going to do, Roz was saying you can have fires, which is one thing we haven't been able to have in some of the places we've been staying, but at Mount Connor there's powered campsites, non-powered, and you can have a fire there apparently. So what we're going to do is start collecting firewood now. Needed a tinkle break anyway. Get some of this dead stuff, break the old silky out, and I've still got 2 jerry can holders on the front of the trailer there, and we'll just throw all our firewood in there, and we'll have be able to break out the old Snow Peak fire pit tonight and have a good fire and sit around the fire. Rightio, let's get into it. Let's get some firewood. Righto guys, here we are, and Ros was the first to see it. We saw it about 20 k's away, and that's actually Mount Connor. You might be tricked into thinking it's actually Uluru or Ayers Rock. It's not, and its nickname's Foolaroo, because a lot of people that see it think it's actually Uluru or Ayers Rock when they first see it. But it's located on Curtin Springs Station, where we're actually going to be staying tonight. Anyway, this is a lookout, and we'll try and get some nice still photos. But yeah, it's not Uluru, it's Mount Connor. And you just come around a corner about 20 k's, just flat, undulating land with some, bushes and that, and then bang. Where'd that come from? It's just, I don't know, it's hard to describe, and hard to, like, how'd that just get there in the middle of nowhere? But anyway, what a view, eh? We'll get some still photos of that. Rightio, here we are, Curtin Springs. This is the non-powered campsite, guys. Big dirt paddock, which you get here, but there is a bit of shade, a few trees around. And I'll tell you a tip: if you can get in early to some of these campsites, you can pick the best ones. We got in about lunchtime, I guess, and we got a nice little one here. We backed in against the fence there. That's the Lassiter Highway just up there, so it's just off the highway. Got the solar panels out. Take advantage of that. Batteries at 100%. Not going to worry about these batteries. There's plenty of room there. Awning up the mat. Ros playing her games. There you go, miss. And kitchen out. Nice quick setup. We'll probably throw the swag out. We're a bit short on space for the Oz tent. We might just put the swag out there tonight. But yeah, a bit of pasta and pasta sauce in the kitchen. And this afternoon, guys, there it is. I haven't had a chance to get it out of the box yet, but I'm gonna have a crack at the drone. I'll see if I can get it in the air before someone comes out and tells me off. We'll throw the sea gear mat out just here, and I reckon the way I'm pointing now is Mount Connor. Should be able to get a fantastic view of that late in the afternoon from the air. I'll throw her up to about 90 metres, and we might even sneak a glimpse of Uluru. They reckon you can see it about 20 kilometres south of here by vehicle. If I get that drone up high enough, I reckon I might have a chance. So anyway, we'll see how we go, eh? I was going to put the drone up in a minute, and then these helicopters started appearing. I better not. I don't want to bring one down. I'm not sure. I think that one's a tourist one, Joy Flights. I think it's got Ayers Rock helicopters on the side of it. I could be wrong, but one just landed over there. I dare say that'd be a mustering helicopter there. Oh mate there doesn't know how to go slow through the dust. He just showers everyone with his dust. Pisses me off. People drive through a million mile an hour and shower everyone with bloody bull dust. Got no idea. But anyway, I suppose he works here, thinks he owns the place. Let me tell you, those towers are everywhere in the Northern Territory, and they are not Telstra towers. There is absolutely no Telstra coverage in the Northern Territory, guys, unless you're in Darwin or Alice Springs. I think it is woeful, absolutely woeful. Should be ashamed of yourselves, Telstra. Dead set. Haven't had coverage for 3.5 days now. Starting to fill up. People coming from Kings Canyon and up from Uluru. Certainly a popular spot, and we'll go over for a cold beer soon. Yeah, I was right there, always. That's a Ayers Rock helicopters. That's the tourist one. You can do joy flights over Mount Connor, I guess, in that one. And the other one we saw is obviously a mustering. That's the way they muster up here in the Northern Territory, guys. 1 million acres, this property. 1,028,000 or something. Massive, as big as some small countries. But that's how they muster their cattle, by helicopter. Anyway, that's the Ayers Rock helicopters. That was operating at the last place we pulled in for a coffee also. Oh, nice brisk morning. Thought I'd get up on the trailer, guys. There's the sunrise. I thought, oh, I wonder what it'll look over on the Mount Connor. And there she is. I'm standing on the on the drifter trailer at the moment, and that's the view from our campsite. How's that? Bloody beautiful. The sun's just popping its head up. I reckon in another 5 minutes that'll be even better. I'll get up and have another look. Well, we're about 45 kilometres from Uluru, guys. Roz spotted it first in the distance. Geez, it looks big even from 45 kilometres away. Little free campsite with, you know, and have a look at this. They didn't even make it off the road. Gonna have another rant, guys. You hear about this, and it's not till you see it for yourself. Look at that. Bottles, and over this side of the sand dune, have a look at the shit paper. Where lazy pricks can't even be bothered digging a hole in this loose dirt and burying it. They just bloody leave it on the top, and they wonder why they close this stuff down on us. Unbelievable. Look at that, beautiful. There it is. You can just see the top of it over there. That's Uluru, guys, Ayers Rock. And we're 45 k's away from it, and people throwing shit paper on the ground. I don't know. How do you educate people? But anyway, not going to let that spoil it. Let's get there. Bloody hell, excited. Tell ya. Right, guys, Ayers Rock Resort. This is where we're booked in for 4 nights. It's not actually, it's about 20 kilometres from the actual rock. You've got to go down and get a 72-hour pass to get down to the rock. It's about $50 for 2 people. But anyway, we're going to head in here and set up camp and enjoy the next 4 days here at Uluru and Kata National Park. Can't wait. Camel tours, there you go, down that way. Righto, guys, that's the overflow car park here at Ayers Rock Campground. And I tell you now, there's bloody more people than the facilities can handle here. There really is. There's a lot of people out here. That's just the overflow car park. The main campground's down in there. But anyway, we're having a walk along. There's the Olgas out through there. We're just up on a sand hill behind our camp area, and that's Uluru down through there. There's IGA and like a little township. All the resorts are over in there, all the flash resorts. And there she is, there's Uluru. We're having the greatest vantage point here, but we'll get over on that next sand hill there, see if we can pick up some better views just as the sun's going down, eh? Hey, some people warned us out, don't get it down the back of the overflow car park. They said there's generators there. Well, they weren't joking. That's the whole power station for the whole of Uluru, I think, guys, all the resorts and that. It's a big setup. You can hear the big generators puffing away. Luckily we're over the other side, so shouldn't be too bad tonight for us. Anyway, we found another sand hill up here. I don't know if this will give us a better vantage point of Uluru. We're going to go and check it out. Righto, guys, we just come for a walk. The overflow car park where we're camped up's only a couple hundred metres down there, 300 maybe. We went on a sand hill behind us, not a real good view. So we found this one, and we got a fairly good view here. It's not the whole of the rock, but it'll do for tonight. Tomorrow night we're going to go and get a decent vantage point in closer to the rock, and I'll try and do a time lapse of the sun going down on it. Saturday night we've booked a helicopter flight over Uluru and what's it called? Kata, the Olgas, and we got the sunset flight in the helicopter. Cost a bit of money, guys, but it's a once in a lifetime thing, and we'll do the sunset, get that from the air and the Olgas. Geez, that's going to be fantastic. But These sand hills, they're bloody everywhere. Look at that. Beautiful red sand. That's just everywhere here. Not so much good down in the car park. It's real bloody powdery. It's like bull dust there, but just here, absolutely just beautiful red sand everywhere. All the sand hills and that, and heaps of vegetation around. But anyway, we'll watch the changes of the colours in the rock. It's only, the sun's not too far from going down now, and we'll head back and have a wine and cook some dinner up and crank the fire pit up again. The servo here had firewood, so I grabbed a couple of bags, so we'll be sitting around the Snow Peak fire pit tonight again, which is fantastic. All right, let's watch the colours change, eh? Just come for a little drive just short of the where we'll be tomorrow, guys, where you pay your $50 for 3 days entry into the national park, Uluru Katajuda National Park. So it's late in the afternoon, it's about 6 o'clock, and there's the rock there. Geez, we've still got a fair way to, a few kilometres to go, and it looks big already. And I'll tell you what's even just as impressive is the algas at sunset. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to see them from the helicopter on Saturday night, Rose, eh? Yeah. Oh, going to be fantastic. Those algas, wow, everyone's been raving about them. And anyway, there she is. The heart of Australia, guys. Uluru.